Hi there and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We're sailing around to find Purakau, the Drake, on the bounty quest in the seas. And we're on that task to find the island. And what do we find? The Fanged Strait? Is that a first hint? Purakau is... Oh! We just saw him. The water darkens off the starboard bow of your ship, and jagged spurs and spits rise from the waves in the near distance. Raised voices carry from the helm. The Teotora marvel is near there. Every sailor must see it once. Ikyuk's hands are clasped together in urgent entreaty. Our novice cannoneer. But Beodul is clenching the wheel with knuckled determination. I don't care if it's under a salty bosom. We're not sailing through a reef. Beodul notices you and relaxes. Captain, let me talk sense into Ikyuk. Ikyuk gapes at you both. And miss our chance. Sailors wait for weeks for weather and seas this smooth. If you ever wanted to see the Teotara marvel, this is the time. Some of the other crew members have gathered to listen, a hopeful shine in their eyes. Well, what is that thing? The Teotara marvel. Ikyuk shrugs. It's supposed to be a grand sight, an ancient mystery. I haven't seen it myself. Eldengrim nods. A grey-beard I crewed with. I claim to have seen it, swore it brought him 10 years of good health. Favourable winds. The other sailors murmur eagerly. Beodul sighs. Even if this marvel is closed, there's no guarantee we'll see it by going through this reef. Well, little Luca, do we have charts to guide us through the reef? Luca nods half-heartedly. They're patchy, but they'll do, assuming Beodul can get us through. Beodul scowls at little Luca. Rumdum-Brigere, what's the condition of our hull? Seasoned deckhand. It's in good repair, Captain. I wouldn't sail through a reef myself, but if there's a good time to try, this is it. Well, then... Take us through the reef. The dead coral juts from the surface, grasping above like legs of a spider, and the wind whistles as it passes across the jagged structures. Below the water, schools of fish flash among the brilliant reefs. Beodul attempts to guide the ship through the reef, but with a shudder that rattles your bones, the vessel scrapes against the reef. A sound of tearing wood echoes across the deck, and hands scatter, descending into the hold to locate and repair any damage before it spoils the stores. We failed. But we gained experience. The variegated shallows give way to blue depths. An enormous sinkhole opens around you, yawning wide enough to swallow a fleet. Beodul sighs with relief as Ikyuk searches the horizon for any sign of the mythical marvel. The Defiant sails on. Ah, we've gained morale. Very nice. So it was a great event, even though we didn't win it, so to say. Great experience. And there's Purakau. Need to find it. What's that? What's this? Oh, no. Chitopek points to a dark spot on the distant horizon. Captain, a vessel approaches. Squint to the horizon and see unfamiliar colors snapping in the breeze. And you can see from the stats on the ship that we're probably not really good against that. I mean, the sails and the hit points alone. The vessel keeps its distance, skulking about your periphery like a feral cat outside a slaughterhouse. It makes no attempt to hail you. We should try to flee, because it's not good. You order your crew to flee with all possible haste, and the vessel recedes behind you until finally it disappears from the horizon. Yeah, let's go away. We have no chance against a ship like this. Need a better ship than the Defiant. So we flee here automatically, and now let's go and anchor here. We've got, what? 12 cannon shots. That's gonna come in handy one day. We've got a better ship, and now let's go to Purakau. Whew, this is gonna be long. I have to prepare for a short time, and then I'll come back. See you soon. So, Purakau, the Drake. Let's do this. Let's go in. Let's go in. Can we go in? Yes. There we go in. Whew. One of the bigger fights. A bounty fight. Oh, here he comes. He and his goblins. And I think we have the fast forward on. Yeah. That looks better. Oh, he has two skulls. We've got a Xorib Priest, Xorib Champion, and another Xorib, and a Sigil of Darkness that we should destroy as well. That's easy to destroy too. It probably has some buffs or something that it's probably casting while the fight. But most importantly, we'll have to kill everything that is quickly killable, which means the Xoribs. And of course we want our new silhouette figurine with a grave hound that we can summon. So let's see. Formation, be ready. March in. We're spotted. I mean, what can we do? We have to march in, right? There we go. And now they've seen us. Yeah, let's instantly go for the battered dog figurine. Because it's usually the best tactic to just burst at the start. You need to burst away a few opponents. So it's easier to survive the start. I mean, if you survive the start and kill a few of them, you're usually safe. I mean, it isn't even that important what you have left from your resources. If you can burst down some people or some opponents easily. This is against bursting down the Watchful Presence, but maybe we should burst down ourselves first. So being aggressive first, early on, pays off. Just eliminate creatures that are relatively easy to eliminate, because they've got at least on Path of the Damned, every creature has quite a high chance to hit. So it's a potential source of damage. You cannot ignore a creature. It can flank, it can do a lot of damage. And so what you can kill quickly and what is extremely dangerous, like the priest can heal, should be killed quickly. The priest also has low defenses, so can be killed relatively quickly. So priest is one of the preferred targets we want to have. The other ones would be the normal Xoribs. The Xorib champions are there to be taken down rather last. In between we can take down the Sigil. Then the Xorib champions maybe. Yeah, the Mule Kick is going to be good. And then totally last we'll go for the Drake. Look at that. The Gravehound has also 3 skulls. Wow, a lot of immunities. Very nice. Sigil of Darkness is pristine still. It's also very easy to hit. Highest defense, though, has the Drake Purakau. So what will we go for? Yeah, let's kick. Let's kick these beasts. And we want to go for the Gorging Strike. Yeah, we just need to distribute some damage in. Kill quickly. The thing is flanked. We're aware now too. Thankfully. The Xorib Priest is at least distracted enough from the attacks from our Ranger and its pet. That's quite important. I mean, you can see that the Priest wants to cast a Pillar of Faith, which will knock down a lot of us. So it's extremely dangerous. Yeah, we also have the Familiar. These little summons are very important also for the reason that they are like bags of hit points, if you want so. Like these bags of security that get attacked before you, and then yeah, they make a distraction. They make you live longer. They are basically expendable. And that makes them very useful. Let's see if we can make them slower a little bit. That would be nice. Yeah, looks like a good chance. Let's continue that. Oh, wow. The Curse of Darkness. That's something like blindness then. So, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Ah, that priest wants to heal. We need to bring it down. It's just terrible to have that guy around. Yeah, maybe the rapid shot will help a bit. Hey, we've killed the priest. Ooh, just before the heal. That's really cool. That's really cool. Now for the champions and the sigil. When or if we reach it. Needs to be taken down quickly. Yeah, we can maybe make her work that, but maybe before we'll all attack the Xorib champion. Whew. That Xorib is also near death, which is very good, because then, yeah, the more opponents down, the better, right? Look at that. Purakau is flanked now. Lord Paul can't flank him. Very important. We're blinded again. No! Or did we blind? No, it's a curse of darkness. On Kevaber, I think. So, anything of these extra ones? As you have so many abilities sometimes as a hero that you cannot even do them all in a fight. So it's a strategic choice too. It's also a strategic game in fights. This is maybe more like a tactics game. The strategy is about combining the party, building the party, who does what, and then the tactics is in the actual fight. The thing is that you have to develop a method, a fixed method in this game compared to the other game, Pillars of Eternity 1, because you don't have such a broad selection of spells. So you have to think about the combos before you take the talent points, and then you can use them in the fight. You have to think about combos in advance. This is why it can be so hard in Path of the Damned if you do it blind, because there may be certain combos that are very good against special boss encounters and that you should train. If you don't know these though before, then you will get owned probably. But if you, on the other hand, you could say, yeah, you could play it before on a lower difficulty grade, but that makes no sense too. You need to play it before on Path of the Damned and then replay it as a Let's Play, because if you play it lower, you won't ever need these special tactics. And that's why I like to play Path of the Damned, because it forces you to find out the special tactics. It's basically a puzzle, a combat puzzle, a little bit. There are very effective solutions for these situations. Yeah, the binding web immobilizes, which makes it very good. That you have to find out, that you have to think about. And the strategy is, yeah, you need to, you can amass flexibility. You can amass spells that are generally very good. That's the method we use here, because we don't know the encounters before. We just use spells that are generally very good and try to make them combos. But if you have real combos, then it gets a lot more powerful, and Path of the Damned really, as a second playthrough, gets a lot easier. Now, to take down Purakau. Purakau is still very strong. Can we do it? We need to keep everyone alive, if possible, at all. Mule kick on the Xorib champion. Yeah, that guy also needs to be taken down. A lot. Let's take down the easier ones first. That is often the best bet. Sometimes it's not. Like if the boss has relatively low deflection scores, it might be good to take down the boss. But then you will have to deal with the others too, because that's the nature of the encounter. So usually it's better to eliminate quickly what you can eliminate quickly, and then you'll have more time and a safer, just a safer fight against the big creature. It will be interesting to find out if it's vice versa some other time, like in MMORPGs, where you sometimes have to take down the boss first, like these storied encounters. And I really like that some of the encounters in Pillars of Eternity 1 were like scripted, storied, however you'd call it. And we are, yeah, the weapon is ineffective, but we still do damage. Can we deal with that? That's also what I like. Usually a big immunity to damage isn't there in Pillars of Eternity 2, but it also makes it a little bit easier, to confess. Even though, of course, at the start, I found the combat here quite hard. I think it's getting better now that we get used to the fight. And it's very important to use the ranking in the quest log for difficulty, because my first part of the damned run of Pillars of Eternity 1, we just missed some quests and ignored them in favor of the main quest, and then we came back and did these quests after that, and they were quite easy. They were just mopping up things. We don't have that here because we have added that we should level up the encounters if we are too high for the encounters. So we won't ever have weak encounters, and that's the good thing about this. So let's see. I mean, we have to take down Purakau now. Come on. But first, still that Xorib. What can we do? We probably need another familiar, because the one we had is down. So look at that, the Gravehound is in some trouble. We need to heal Lord Paul. We need to have him stay alive. Because if Purakau attacks the dragon, then it will also use its breath weapon against the dragon, against Lord Paul, which is quite good if he looks into another direction. So yeah, that's the reason we want our good bear Lord Paul as a tank as well, because if you have two tanks like Adonan and Lord Paul, then you can do a lot. Quite a lot. Do some frost damage against Purakau, which is probably very wise given that he's a fire-rich creature. And now, take down the Xorib champion. That's also hard to hit the Xorib champion. I mean, will it be easy? Or will Purakau then wake up or be angry and totally overwhelm us? You would know that there are some of these bosses, like you kill their helpers and they become like a much better version of themselves. And while if you kill them first, they are quite easy compared. But maybe their minions are sad because of their death, and then the minions might be stronger. Who knows? Now, what to take? Iconic projection is quite good, I think. Also, it heals, does some damage. It's also cold-based, so the damage, so that's okay. It's definitely okay. And we're saving ourselves, which is also okay. 20 damage on Adonan. Whoa. What can we even do? Maybe we have to use our boost. No, not yet. Not now. We're shaken and frightened. But the champion's down. Let's see. The Fear Aura. 2 grazes and 2 crits. What a dragon. What a dragon we have. And now. Do we need the wall here? I mean, Purakau doesn't move, so we might still use the wall. It helps us a lot, and we might just empower. I mean, yeah. There we go. alias delay of motion. Oh, I'm sorry, it would be very helpful still. So that good Kevava doesn't get taken down. And then some of our problems disappear, which is also quite good. The Sigil of Darkness still stands. My god, how could we not take that down first? Yeah, what can we do here? We need to inspire ourselves, and now? Fan of Flames, no, not really, right? A consecrated ground would maybe be okay. And we have the Watchful Presence still. Presence allies with the aid of Sympathetic Soul, releasing a healing effect when they are near death. Yeah, that's like an insurance policy we have. But Purakau takes damage, so he's probably the same way damaged like Kevava, good Kevava. And he moves around. We have to try to keep him looking at the other side, so maybe he will hit his binding, or it will reach out from us to see. Potion of Spirit Shield. We still need that. Sigil of Darkness. It's much easier to kill, so we might just go for it. Kevava needs to stand there and survive for a little bit only, for a little bit. And now, yeah, restoration isn't too bad, because really our thief and hero is close to death. Now he's shaken again. Purakau, the Sigil of Darkness is nearly dead, is nearly down. So maybe Gorging Strike again. Easier to hit and everything. Doing a lot of damage. Should do. And now no spiritual weapon, withdraw, not really. It's no time to withdraw. Still have one ability, so we can heal Lord Poe again. That would be necessary to. And now! Yeah, breath weapon. Really strong. I mean, just 51 damage, it's crazy. Sigil of Darkness is down! Now our opponent is a lot weaker. What can we do? And why is Kevava taking so much damage? No pity for the lost? Yes. Yes, please. Use our Watcher powers? Yeah, we could use that. And now? And now, oh, ha ha ha. We did it. Hitting Purakau. It's quite a good thing. Look at that. We've hit him down. It's disoriented now. Whew. I need to concentrate a bit on this. Adonan. I mean, unfortunately, he's not attacking Adonan, really, so we have to get the aggro. We always called it. I played MMOs for quite a while before I went back, because MMOs were not really... In the end, it boils down to wasting a lot of time waiting for things. And that's something you can afford if you have yeah, if you're quite, through some circumstance, if you're quite really alone, there are these circumstances of modern life, then it's a good thing. You can have really nice friendships there. But if you have a local social life that is good, you probably have no real time to play an MMO like I would play it. I'm going over the top normally a little bit. I want like 3 characters on the highest level and things like that, raiding like a madman and things like that. So yeah, that said, if you ask what I played, for example, I've played EverQuest 1 while it still was on, while it still got expansions. I was very young then, but it was a very cool experience, I have to say. Was in sort of a semi-hardcore guild. Or clan, or whatever it's called right now. It was called guild then, and it was pretty cool. We even had freaking t-shirts and like guild meetings and things like that. The crew, we would meet physically, and parties. That was quite nice. We have to take again and again because Adelan can't get the aggro. We have to look into that. I mean, increasing the probability of getting attacked is probably a tank's responsibility somehow. Adelan is very good at attacking multiple opponents at once, but if the main opponent decides to attack the rogue, then something is wrong. So we have to both make Kebab a little bit stronger and get Adamant to get more aggro on him. Near death, so close, so close. Get that dragon down. What can we do there? Come on. Oh, we're dazed, staggered. We're afraid, probably. Adnan, though, resisted the dazed. Yeah, Adnan is very good for that. Towering physique. Slicken, not so much. Can we do anything? I mean, we should just do damage, probably. Damage. Damage is nice. And grazing him for 6 damage. It's so close. What shall we do to bring him down? 6 damage. 23 damage. Weapon ineffective. But getting 23 damage through is crazy. Oh, now. Did we do it? Come on. Come on. Missing Purakau. 7 damage. 31 damage on Kilvasa. And now we did it. We've killed the Drake. Purakau's head. Purakau's horns, scales, and teeth have torn numerous holes in the sack, causing a constant leakage of blood and viscera. Must prove the Drake's demise. This will more than suffice, and we will also scare people away with that. Oh my god. We have to go home and report. And we have to look at the treasure. We'll do that in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel signing out. Have a great time. Until next time.